This year marks 20 years since Wuhan and Christchurch became sister city. Back in 1998, our first official exchange began, and then in 2006, we made it official. Now Christchurch Mayor Phil Mauger is back in Wuhan, his second visit in less than 2 years. Last time, he saw how we turned a landfill into a park. This time, he went to a sewage treatment plant and took a ride on the Sky Rail, China's first commercial suspended monorail. Two cities with great rivers and beautiful gardens, both thinking about how to turn their strengths into green growth, smart transport, and a better life for their people. So let's sit down with the mayor and hear his thoughts.
Yep. You don't have to call me Mayor, just call me Phil.
Phil, okay.
Yes, that's fine.
Okay, Phil, welcome back to Wuhan.
Thank you so much. I'm really enjoying it.
I know that you've already tried our world-famous Sky Rail. Would you be willing to share what excites you the most about that experience?
How it was built over ground that some of it was a bit damp and or wet, or lakes or things like that. And it's very innovative. You know, it's the future of things to come. Very impressed. Very impressed.
I know that Christchurch is known for its 50-minute city and bike networks, while Wuhan is rapidly growing its rail transit and new energy vehicles. Both cities are exploring different paths to the same goal. So what can we learn from each other on smart transport and green mobility?
One of the things that we came to see here from the same company who made the SkyTrain is we looked at trackless trams. I think it'll fit very well at our place, because after the earthquake, a lot of people moved out of town, and now Christchurch has got all these new buildings. A lot of people are moving into Christchurch as well as just out of town. If we get these trackless trams or the bus network going a lot better, I just want people to be able to get into the city, which if they walk or they bike or they're in a car or they're in a bus, as easy as they possibly can. One of the things I like about Wuhan is there's tons of width. You've got the roads like that. We haven't got that luxury. It's too narrow. So many of our people now live just out of town. When I say out of town, I'm only talking 20 kilometres. It's not far, 30 kilometres. So if we can encourage them to get on a train and come into the middle of town, every time they're not in a car, it just leaves more room for everyone else. So it's just make it, as I say, as easy as we can for everyone.
Last time you saw how Wuhan turned a landfill into a park, and this time you've been to a sewage treatment plant. I'm curious, what made you want to include that in your visit? And after seeing it, what stays with you? Yes.
One of the things that I'm very impressed with today, we went to the wastewater treatment plant and saw how you've got all your solar panels over the top of the wastewater treatment plant. Very innovative. It's using airspace that's above the wastewater treatment plant that no one's ever used before. So you might have a paddock down the road that's got solar panels on it, but here is the space right there, and the 80% of the power they use is coming from the solar panels. So it's outstanding. What's happened at home 4 years ago, we had a very big fire at our wastewater treatment plant, and it did work, but it was older technology. We're now moving into newer technology like Wuhan has got. And so I wanted to see that. And when I got there and saw all the solar panels on top of what I was looking at, I was very pleased. So all of the South Island's power comes from renewable energy, all of it.
Wow.
But the price of electricity is quietly climbing up. So let's put solar panels over the top of our own land, and then the power off those is ours. So we don't have to buy it off someone else. The wastewater treatment plant, and it services just in that part 2 million people. We've only got 400,000. So it's the scale. And I look around and see how you deal with scale, see how you deal to move people around. I'm now looking at different things to see how we can learn off what you guys are doing so well.
This year marks 20 years of our sister city bond, separated by distance, yet brought together by something special. Looking back at our long-time sister city friendship, what are you most proud of? And
I was very happy to go to Honghu and saw the big 3-metre high statue of Riwiyeli down by the river, and then went and saw the house that he stayed in when he was there. We went to a number of museums, and I went home and I was embarrassed that here is a person that you revere in this country so much, And he was brought up, he used to go to school 500 metres from my office, and no one knew anything. So we've got a number of people, an ex-member of Parliament has come over and done a lot of work, and they've now created a small museum in town, and a lot of people are going through it. And Chinese tourists come across, they want to see where he really lived, where he was born, but to see where he lived, see what he did and things like that, it's good.
Yeah, that's a marvelous idea. Looking ahead to the next 20 years, what would you most hope for our two cities to achieve together?
We really want to build on business, small business in particular, students, and keep the rapport going, because 20 years is going to happen just like that. So the more we can do, and taking the likes of those solar panels, right? I would like to, I've seen how they're built. Now, obviously, they can be produced in China, and it might be a small company. I don't know. But let's get a relationship going and see if we can work with each other, because there's so many things that are similar. I was at lunch today and we were talking about how Wuhan is working hard on making its water, because the Yangtze River was quite polluted at one stage, and a lot of work gone on that. We're doing that at home with stormwater that used to just go straight into the river. We now go through different kinds of ponds to try and take the heavy metals out, or some of the pollutants and stuff like that out of it, to make the river cleaner. We've put solar panels out by our airport, and they're all on poles, and they all move to follow the sun and stuff like that. What you had, and it costs a lot of money, what you had at the wastewater treatment plant was whole lots of wires going across, and it just sits very cheap, very easy to install, and simple.
Maybe that's the good thing about exchange.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I've come away from there really, really impressed.
Thank you so much for your sharing.
Yeah, that's right. You're welcome. Very good to see you.
And nice talking with you.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, and hope to see you soon.
Yeah, I absolutely enjoyed it. Thank you so much.
Thank you to you.